do.
Richard! Richard, help!
Sean,
Yeah, it's me!
why are you in a sewer?
I was looking for the turtles.
You were as pathetic as you are sad. Now listen to this, because it's a Pod Bros exclusive. I'll go get a ladder. What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I am Sean.
And we're speaking the language of bromance. Hey, man.
What's up, buddy pals?
Not much. I'm older.
Ah, yeah, so you just recently celebrated a birthday. How'd that go?
I did. I always feel like in my head that you are the same age as when, I don't know, it seems like at some point you stop growing old in your head. And for me, that age is probably around like 26.
Okay.
So in my brain, I feel 26. So, the years keep getting longer, and now I'm 33 now. But in my head, I still feel 26. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I feel like it's a double-edged sword. Like, I could go, I feel young, so in my head I'm 26. So, age isn't a factor. I'm get up and go get 'em. The bad thing is like, let's say I want to do cartwheels. Well, I'm not 26.
Your body quickly reminds you, it's like, yeah, you're not 26.
Yeah. And then my body reminds me, hey, you're not 26. And the sad part is I probably couldn't do cartwheels when I was 26.
There was a lady Tiffany worked with who, I can't remember what they were talking about. It was kind of that same subject of age, and Tiffany was telling her, like, yeah, I just do not feel like a grown-up. I mean, she's 28, I'm 29. Even sometimes I still don't feel like a grown-up. And the lady kind of puts her hand on her arms, like, honey, you never feel like a grown-up. I'm 70-some years old, and I still don't feel like a grown-up.
Yeah, it seems I've noticed that everybody kind of has that mentality, especially once they get past, like, 25-ish. They're, everybody's just kind of like, it's another year, and they don't really, like, yeah, I'm older, but they don't feel older. They don't, but I feel like it's going to be one of those slow creeping things that, like, one day I'm going to wake up and then I'm 50 and then everything's going to break.
Oh, God, yeah, that creeps me the shit out. So, because when you're younger, there's so many milestone birthdays. It's like, oh, you're 10, now you're double digits. Oh, you're 13, you're a teenager. Oh, 15, you're so close to driving. You're driving. You're 18, you can buy, alcohol. Or not alcohol, you can buy lottery tickets, and you're an adult.
And cigarettes and porn.
Yeah. Oh, when was the first time? How long after you turned 18 before you went into your first porn store?
Oh, I went on my 18th birthday.
Okay.
I have pictures. On my 18th birthday, a couple friends of mine went to go buy porn. And it was wonderful. It was glorious. It was a fun-filled time. You walk around the store and you're looking at all the videos and the clothes and the toys, and then they have the place I went to. They had these booths where you went in and you sat. There was like a chair. And you sat down in this chair, and there was a screen in front of you, and then like a little like coin slot, like for quarters.
Yeah.
So you would put quarters in, and then it was, I want to say it was a touch screen, but I don't think it was. I think it had this little kind of keypad on the side.
This is where you're like, I don't know. It felt very interactive in 3D. Like all of a sudden, like a wiener was right there in my face.
Well, in my head, I'm like, it's touchscreen, but then I'm like, wait a minute, this was like, this is like the year 2000 or 99. Like like the thought of it being touchscreen, I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense. So I think there was this keypad on the side, so it had like this list of movies, and you would go to select. You would use the arrow keys to select one, then you'd pick one, and then it would play that movie. But you could also change channels with it, like a remote.
Yeah,
and it basically just like the more it went until your quarters ran out. But that wasn't the thing that the experience of that. Okay, okay. I'm like, all right, so it's just like it's like coin operated movie watching. Okay.
And I'm guessing you just watched, right? You didn't interact or anything?
No,
Okay.
no. Because here's the other thing. Here's the thing I noticed. Because I put a couple quarters in and I pushed the buttons and I was like, okay. I was like, you'd be in here watching a thing, all right. But then I looked immediately to my left, and in the in the wall of the booth I was in, there was a hole.
Go on.
And I look over and I'm like, okay, now you got to remember, like, I'm 18 and everything, and my thought is, why is there a hole into the next booth? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Immediately,
I'm like, see right in there and see what's.
I'm thinking of like a naive Richard's like, if I run out of quarters, I just put my hand through this and somebody gives me more quarters.
Isn't that how it works? You put your hand through and then you like knock on the wall, right? And then you pull your hand out and then quarters are supposed to come out, right?
Yeah. And you knock and you say that and you're on the other side. It's like, no, put your mouth over the hole. I'll get you the quarters that way.
Oh, okay.
Quarter of a dick. Boom.
You want the $50? No, I don't want the $50. I don't think the $50 would fit in the slot.
I remember you telling me that story a long time ago. Didn't you say there's another time you peeked through one of those holes and saw somebody, or you actually?
Okay. So
okay.
I see this hole and I'm like, okay, so, well, it took me a second, but my brain finally clicked and was like, oh, okay, that's what that is. That's what that's for. But I'm like, is it like this in every booth? Because like you go, because like in every booth they have them. But I'm like, what about the one in the end? Like, what's that person get? Like, that person doesn't, get the. So I go all the way to the booth on the very, very end, and I'm like, okay. And I look, and there's a hole there too, and I'm like, well, what the? And I put my eye kind of like near it. I mean, obviously not on it, because like that's. If we were if this was an after school special, this would be the how I got herpes story.
How I got eye herpes.
I didn't touch the hole, but like I kind of like look through it and like I see there's a dude on the other side just sitting in a chair. And like I look and I'm like, what's the guy sitting? Oh.
He sees you look, he's like, do you want to give or receive?
Yeah, and it all clicked for me, and I was like, oh.
So is that when you experienced your first gay experimenting that day?
Happy birthday.
So you went on so did you have a lot of friends that were already 18 that went with you then?
I had like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Well, no, I had 3 or 4. Because I think out of the group of friends I had, I think I was the last one to turn 18. Everybody else turned 18 before me. And I had a couple friends, like half the group of friends I had, half of them were like a year or 2 older. I think a year older. And then I had a couple that were like my age, but their birthdays had fallen before mine.
So they'd already experienced the rite of passage. Did they know about the holes and sent you to become a man? Oh, okay.
No, this is me being, the dumb curious one. Hey guys, there's holes in the wall. Where are these Oh. Well, what about the one on the Hello, sir.
At least it wasn't somebody you knew. Would that make it more
Come
awkward?
Here often? Ba-doom douche.
Yeah, I didn't go on my 18th birthday. I'm pretty sure when I went, it would have been maybe the summer of my 18th birthday. So like 5-6 months after I had turned 18. And it was one of those things where I was like, okay, I'm going to go here and I want to buy a movie. And so I get there and I walk in, and nobody cards me right as I walk in. I get about 3 or 4 steps in, and I was wearing a Superman shirt. And
this is when we have to. I guess we should preface this by saying, like, this is the era. This is the internet porn era, when we just had it all at our fingertips. We're like, we have to watch movies.
I would have had access to that because that would have been about 2004.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even still, like, connections weren't the greatest. Like, streaming a video would have taken you a while.
Yeah, I mean, you get like a 10-second clip. It's at least 5 to 10 minutes to get it downloaded.
Yeah, I'm coming from the era where it took 5 to 10 minutes to get a picture.
Yeah, you had to queue
and then
it
did
up.
That thing where, like, it would load like a chunk at a time, so it started at the top, and like it go, and you're like, oh, we're almost there, almost there,
almost to the boob.
There's her neck. Oh, top of the cleavage. Oh.
That's why we have a generation of men who are obsessed with like the neck ear area. That's just all we got when we finished.
Yeah, and basically you just kind of never made it to the actual goods because
kids these days just don't know how good they have it.
Damn kids.
So when I walk in, I'm wearing a Superman shirt, and I don't think I'd been ID'd for anything yet at this point.
You walk in wearing a Superman shirt.
Yeah. And so she's like,
did you have like a cap with a little spinner on it and a lollipop?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, welcome to the wonderful world of porn. I hope it's everything I dreamed of. Walk in, there's a big giant dildo. It's like, oh God, this is more than what I had bargained for.
After this, can we go to the fair?
I walk in, and the lady that was working the counter, she's like, yeah, I need to see your ID, Superman. And so I'm like, so basically you can imagine, like, I walk up and I got my Velcro wallet and unvelcro that and try to get it out. I'm like, here you go.
And then she's like, this is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan club card. This doesn't count.
Like, but it's got my birthday on it. Says I'm president. She's like, well, in that case here, you want to watch this movie. I'm like, what are they doing to April? But yeah, I think about this because it's kind of funny.
That's one way to shut Megan Fox up. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm still looking for that This Is Not the Ninja Turtles porn to come out. And by waiting, I mean I've already pre-ordered it. So
bought out green body paint.
A lot of CGI.
You know what I'm wondering, if they'll make one of the turtles a girl, and then like one of the guy turtles will sleep with one of the girl turtles, and then they have sex like turtles. Where like the guy turtle will be behind the girl turtle, and they'll be like,
at least they got to do that at least once.
I wonder who would be the girl turtle. I'm gonna say Raphael would be the girl turtle.
Oh yeah, kind of the meaner girl, maybe. Yeah. Well, they can always go. There was a female turtle, so you could just play on that. I can't remember what her name was, but in certain shows they did make it where there was an actual girl turtle, so you could play on that pretty easily. Or I would just think you'd probably do it like how most of those shows do. There's like a couple scenes of turtles, but mostly it'd be like Casey Jones and oh my God, Master Splinter. You must watch Turtles as I teach you how to fuck, like I taught you ninjutsu.
I got it from this book I read. It's called Kama Sutra for Dummies. I am on chapter 8. That's what makes me master.
I can only get through so many pages at one time. I get very excited.
I like the pictures.
So she gets my ID and she's like, okay, you're good to go. And I don't know about if you've ever like actually bought a porn video, but this was the first time, and like I wanted to make sure I got the right one. Like,
did you get a DVD or a cassette? Because like when I was there, I got an actual cassette.
It was a DVD, the one I got. I
Okay.
think there was cassettes there, but it was mostly DVDs. But looking back on it, I mean, I went up and down the aisles like 12 times. Like, I think I spent more time picking out my first porno than I did my first vehicle I bought.
Now that I'm thinking about it, so did I.
I mean, I had to have been in there for over an hour.
Well, I think it's probably I don't know why that is. I think it's because you have so much in front of you. It's like it's like going to an all you can eat buffet
with like all good, like it's all good food. Like it's different, genres of food. It's just so much stuff.
It's like, do I want Mexican? Do I want Chinese? They got steak over there.
It's like right now I'm in the mood for Mexican, but I really like Italian food.
Right.
But so I mean, I swear I probably spent an hour, if not an hour and a half, looking at like at all these different ones, trying to figure out which one.
You're like picking them up and reading the back of the box.
Yeah. Well,
You're like, I like this plot. I like this story.
This one's only got three stars. And I mean, and some like I think I had one in my hand. Like, yes, I think this is the one, but it was like one of the ones they call like barely legal or whatever. I'm like, that makes me feel too much like a pervert, so I put it back.
Right? Yeah. See, that's why I never messed with like the barely legal or like even like teen porn on the internet. No, can't do it. I can't do it. Like even Girls Gone Wild to a point, I'm kind of like, But also the other thing with it, like especially with like Girls Gone Wild, is it just seems like it's like roofies abound. Like I'm wondering how many of these girls actually like wake up the next morning and they're like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, that's why they give out shirts and hats. It's kind of an extra fuck you when you wake up.
Right? They're like, what happened? What is this shirt? Oh no.
There's a book out there about one of the guys who he worked the cameras for that. And I'd be it's one of those things like I want to read it because it seems like, I don't know, like a car wreck. Like you're not going to be happy reading any of the things he says. And I don't want to give him the money for the stuff that he did, but in the other sense, it's like I really want to know how bad these people really were.
Yeah.
Because that dude's I think he's in jail right now, isn't he, for tax evasion?
Probably.
I know he's been
the whole thing just, yeah.
Well, there's been a number of times, too, where the girls are like, yeah, I wasn't 18 when they were taking those pictures and stuff like that.
Okay, so again, creepiness aside, I gotta ask, what was it, the what you bought that you spent an hour looking for and you finally settled on? I'll tell you mine.
I can't remember what it was called. What was it called? It was like a like something 6. Like it was basically just like a bunch of different scenes. It wasn't like one movie.
Oh, okay.
Like it was like Wild Crazy Ladies 6 or something like that.
Okay.
So what was yours?
Mine was the parody of Friends.
Oh, nice. I wish I would have thought about getting one of those because that would hold up.
I think it was Friends with a Z. And that's what made it different.
Well, those are the best ones, like the This Is Not Whatever, because I don't even really watch it for the actual sex scenes. It's more of the hilarity of like they're making fun of the show. I think
right.
I have one. It's called I've seen one. It's This Is Not the Big Bang Theory.
Oh, see the one that I watched and I just laughed and I could was This Is Not the Smurfs.
Okay. Gargamel.
Yes, Gargamel and just blue body paint galore.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, so and I'd never, I mean, obviously I wasn't, there's not the internet like there is now. So anybody my age at that, like an 18-year-old today walks into a porn store, they're probably like, yeah, I've already seen all this stuff. But I think that like that was my like introduction to a lot of different things.
Well, I don't really. Do you really think like if I was 18 now, I wouldn't see a reason to walk into a porn store?
Not really. Just more for the nostalgia of it. To be like, oh, I went into a porn store. Because
right.
we had the internet, but most of the stuff like we saw was very tame, like nude pictures and stuff like that. There's a lot of like the cam girls who, weren't doing anything real crazy.
Uh-huh.
But I walked in the porn store and I pick up. I'm like, well, what's this anal mean? And I flip it around. I'm like, oh God, I didn't know you could put it there. I can't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's the first time I'm like, transgender, what's that mean? You flip it up, it's like, oh, that's a nice setup. Where'd that dick come from? Oh God.
It's like a whole, so you just like, you had your entire sexual education like just basically handed to you in one day.
Yeah, right in 3 aisles.
That's no wonder it took you an hour.
I know.
Because you're like learning as you go. You're like, transgender, what do they do with this?
That's like the one place too, because the lady that worked the counter wasn't very cute or anything like that. But if she would have came over and be like, do you have any questions or anything? I'd be like, oh my God, I have so many.
I have tons.
So this chicks with dicks, where does the dick come from?
First of all, this person, they have breasts and a dick. I am confused. Help me.
I mean, I'm not confused sexually. Like, this doesn't arouse me. I'm just like, how does this actually work? Where does this come from?
Like, I love boobs, but I don't like penis.
I feel conflicted here. Oh, man. Yeah, and I think I knew it was one of those things where, like, I knew I was going to have time to watch the movie, too, so I was okay with taking a little bit of time. So, that,
See, but you picked something that just had, I picked something. I don't know why I went with the Friends parody, but I think it was like when I go, like if I'm getting an actual like movie, because I think I've gotten a couple throughout the course of my life before the lovely thing that is now the internet. But I think the ones I got all had like story to them. There was this one I saw. What was it? It was what was it called? Porno Gothic. And it was all about like vampires.
Okay. Well, I know there's like a Buffy parody I've seen that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that one.
My wife just walked in to kind of see what we were doing. She said she was hungry for a cheeseburger. And I say Buffy parody, and she gives me a dirty look. She's like, oh, shit. I know exactly what you perverts are talking about.
Nothing.
I've never been to a porn store, sweetie.
Me neither.
Yeah, it seems like that's kind of where a lot of the money comes from for those now, it seems, is like they try to do parodies because the scene-by-scene ones, I don't know if that's really as prevalent except on the internet, but like with the ones that people actually going out to buy.
They make tons of money off the internet. I mean, just in like ad revenue and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know like RedTube and Pornhub or whatever, all those, they don't actually have memberships or anything. They just get all their money from ads, I guess.
Right. But it's still, I mean, it's with the invention of the internet, it's still now like a $6 billion industry.
Yeah, that nobody watches.
Yeah.
I always love that.
None of us watch it.
Nope.
Ever. So yeah, that's what I did on my 18th birthday. Walked into a porn store. Got a Friends parody.
For my 18th birthday, I did go to a strip club now that I remember.
Oh, yeah?
I forgot all about that. Yeah. So, yeah, my 18th birthday. So it sucked because it was on a Sunday. So the strip club I went to, we got like basically the Sunday crew.
It's like amateur Tuesday.
Yeah, well, that'd probably been better. You know, you walk in like there's a few cute girls, and like there was one like was a stripper in training. So like, okay, this is what you do on the pole. So that was kind of interesting. It's like, oh, this is, you know, how you train to be a stripper.
Well, that could work out though, because then it'd be like, I touched them, right? And they're like, no.
Yeah. I touch your boobs, right? No? Oh. Well, I'm in training too. I'm 18. I've never done this before. Don't judge me.
We're both newbies at this.
It's funny because a bunch of people went with me. This was before I knew you, but we went down and we went to Hooters first because it was basically like a becoming a man thing. It's like, what do we do? Well, it's like we go to strip club and go to Hooters.
You're rite of passage.
Yeah. And so at Hooters,
people go into a cave and fight a bear. You go to Hooters.
Yeah. I ate chicken wings and look at boobs. So when we get there, we get to Hooters, we eat, you know, we have a good time. the guys buy me a calendar and like, we'll just go ahead and have the girls, sign it or whatever. So I'm like, okay. And so our waitress was like, so what do you guys have planned for the rest of the day? And like, oh, we're going to go to the strip club. And it's like, oh my God, that's where all the sluts go. It's like, I mean, work at Hooters. I mean,
and then you're like, really?
Yeah. It was funny because as we're leaving, one of the guys was like, she's just upset because she didn't pass the stripper test, so she had to come work at Hooters.
Yeah, Hooters is it's like the indie film of the porn industry.
It's like, yeah, this is art. Hooters is art. I forgot all about that. But your 33rd birthday, you're older now. You still feel like you're 26, but you're at the age where you don't really want to go to strip clubs or porn stores. So what do you do for your 33rd birthday?
I went to go do work and then I inadvertently saved a kitten. That was what I did for my birthday.
It's like, okay, when you're younger, there's all kind of other pussy you want to look at, but
right when you're younger, then it's like, I'm gonna go to the porn store and be a man. And now I'm like, I save kittens. So this is the part where all the girls go, "Aw."
So where'd you find the kitten at?
There's so recently
the porn star dumpster. No, sorry. Where'd you find the kitten at?
Said pussy on the. I don't under. Recently, within the last couple of months, I recently bought a house. It's kind of a it's a remodel. It's something that I'm working on bit by bit, but it's getting done. And so anyway, I was like, I didn't have anything like planned in my head, and there wasn't really anything that like jumped out at me like, oh, you should do this. So I was like, well, I have the day off. I was like, I'll go work on this house for a bit. So, I go and like I do go out to breakfast and stuff like that, and everything's all cool. And so I go to work on this house, and I go in and I start getting to work, and I start to hear this sound coming from downstairs. What the hell is that noise? So I go downstairs and it stops. And so then I'm just kind of like walking around, and then I hear it again. And my wife was with me, and I go back upstairs, and then she has me come down, and we open up this closet door, and inside the closet is just one little kitten.
Like little kitten? Like,
yeah, it's little. Like super little, and it's just sitting there and looks up just like, hey, how's it going?
I'm so hungry.
And so I didn't know what the deal is. I was like, I'm not sure how it got in there. Number one. Number two, like, I don't know if like its mom is coming back. I honestly doubt it, considering it was just the one.
Yeah, usually, I mean, if you found like a litter of them, I would expect that. But if it's just one, and it was in the house, right? That's what you said?
Right.
That's weird how it would have found its way in there.
Well, honestly, I'm thinking the mom probably like dragged it off, like, went and dropped it off here and was just like, okay, you sit here and die, and I'll go be with the other kittens that I like more.
Yeah. Oh. It's like, Mom, where are we going? It's like, oh, we're just going to go for a little trip. It's because I'm your favorite,
upstate.
Right, Mom? Yeah, that's right. You're the smart one. That's why I love you.
So yeah, so there's this kitten just kind of chilling out, and I didn't know what to do, and it looked, like I said, it was super little. So I was like, well, let's go and see, like, let's at least try and figure out like how old it is and stuff like that. So we drive to the pet store and we go in there, and I guess the kitten was only like 4 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Like, its eyes were open, but it still was kind of like shaky on the walking.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if did it look like it'd been like scratched up or anything? I wonder if something snatched it from the litter and just ended up dropping it somewhere.
Maybe it didn't. I mean, it didn't look like it.
I just kind of imagine. I think you've had cats before, but like you walk in, you see the cat, and Amanda's like, "It looks hungry." You're like, "Oh, here, eat this cheeseburger, cat."
Eat it. Do it.
I don't think it likes cheese.
So at 4 weeks, like this cat can't eat like solid food or anything like that. So for the last few days, I and my lovely wife have been bottle feeding a kitten that I found and saved. I like to think that I saved it. I'm hoping that it's not one of those like it just like dropped the cat like a cat had just dropped it off there and is coming back. But it indicates to me that it got left.
Yeah, and in any scenario, you'd rather take the chance of you picking it up and saving it than be like, well, I hope his mom comes back.
Right. Yeah, because that was my thing is like if I leave it and I'm wrong, then I'll come here with the kids and then the kids will find the dead kitten in the closet.
All right, kids, look at this. Who wants ice cream?
And then I have to go through that whole tragedy. My 7-year-old would probably lose her mind. Like, it's dead. And then like scar for life. And then she like, marries a guy she'll marry some like big abusive dickhead.
All
because I scarred her as a child by viewing a dead kitten.
I was just thinking one of the kids would be like, yeah, I can't sleep in this room because of the dead ghost cat. So, have you named it?
I have not. As of this point, it does not have a name.
Well, I think this would be a good point to get some listener feedback on what we should name your cat.
Oh, all right.
What
I'm down.
Is it a boy or girl?
It's a girl.
Girl? All right. So, the Language of Bromance Army, we need to come up with a kick-ass name for your kitten. Your female kitten. That's you, audience.
I should send you a picture.
Yeah, we can we'll post a picture of the kitten of you. You said you're breastfeeding it?
No, I'm not breastfeeding it.
I don't know how it works. I don't have kittens. I don't have kids
How
either.
does this work? I'm bottle feeding it. So like you put the bottle up by your breast? No. Well, yes, but that's just and then I make cooing sounds at it.
That's funny. But yeah, we'll post a picture of your kitten. You send that to me. We'll get that up there, and then we'll have the audience name the kitten. This could be our official mascot too. I mean, you found this on your 33rd birthday, on a day our podcast
so far it's
comes
been
out.
kind of eating. It hasn't been eating all that great, so I don't know if we should go with making it the mascot because I want to make sure this thing makes it.
That's like we're
like Sean, you know our mascot? Yeah, it's dead.
It's like we're putting all our hopes and dreams into you, kitten. Sean, it died yesterday.
You know all those hopes and dreams that we have? Yeah, they died just like our mascot.
Oh man, the impending doom.
You're like, no, it'll work. Our mascot could be the dead kitten. You're like, how metal would that be?
Who the hell's the pet rights or the fur people that get all pissy about stuff?
Yeah,
they'd contact us. It's inhumane to pets, even though you tried to save it, it died just because natural causes. Hawks. Well, I think it'd be worse if it got picked up by like a hawk or something like that. I don't know,
like a bird of prey.
Yeah. It's like, they're like, all right, our first YouTube video for our channel. Go, kitten. Be cute. You're our mascot.
Meow, meow.
Hey, Rich, look, a bird. Oh, God. Oh,
no,
God.
It's going to make it. Oh, nope, it's dead.
Oh. All right, kids. We learned a valuable lesson today. Nature.
Nature's cruel.
We've warned you about it.
Mother Nature, she be a devilish bitch.
We're going to hell, aren't we, Rich? Yeah, we're going to hell, Sean. Yeah.
Yes.
Damn it.
On the wings of that eagle.
Where's an eagle all the way out here?
The eagle's our new mascot.
Because we want to... Sean, just stop. All right.
The eagle's our new mascot. Look at it flying majestic.
Oh, did they just get hit by a semi-truck? Yeah. Semi trucks. They carry the weight of America. That's a good mascot. You boys know the rules of the road. Damn it.
Our mascot's curse. The curse of the bromance mascot.
So how long you've had the kitten for? Right at a week, then, right?
Yeah, not even a week.
Is it starting to walk around a little bit more? Or is that still pretty sketchy?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's. It seemed like today she was eating a lot better, and she's she's pretty mobile and whatnot. I didn't know this. The people at the pet store actually taught me this, but apparently, like at that age, they don't necessarily like go to the bathroom like that well. So what the mom cat does, no, just stop. In order to like get them going, she will lick like their hind end, and that kind of like gets them started.
Yeah. So what have you been doing, Rich?
You know what happens in the privacy of my own home is none of your business, Sean.
I'm trying to save a kitten. Don't judge me.
What have you done? I save kittens. What do you do?
I haven't licked a cat's asshole today. That's for sure.
No, you take like a damp towel and you rub it. You take a paper towel and you dampen it and then you rub it on there.
So how long do you have to do that for? Because I mean, I have had a kitten before. I'm sure
not
it's probably
long.
Okay.
Like about maybe just a little bit, just like maybe 10-15 seconds of it.
No, I didn't mean. I didn't mean. I didn't mean how long you had to wipe the kitten's ass. I meant what age do you have to stop doing that?
Oh, it should only be like a couple weeks. Like
okay.
Like I have like a little litter box, and she's starting to like I'm trying to like litter train her while doing this at the same time, and hopefully, I think in a couple weeks she'll be able to eat like soft cat food.
Okay.
But for like the next like foreseeable week and a half, it's bottles. So I bottle feed a kitten and then rub its kitten vajayjay with a paper towel. That's my life.
What? I mean, it's good. That's upstanding work. I wonder so I guess is the cat actually doing that, or is it just kind of a side effect of the cat, like the mom cat cleaning the cat, that it ends up getting to the cat's outer area?
I think it's a little of both. I will say the cat does clean herself a little, like she licks her paws and then wipes them on her, the little cat bath thing that they do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess I can assume that you're a cat person, but I don't know if we've ever had this discussion. But
I'm not totally. I mean, when I was a kid, I had a cat, and the cat. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm really like a cat or dog person. I'm not like preferable to one or the other. But when I was a kid, I had a cat, and that cat I actually did like, because it wasn't one of those like asshole indifferent cats. You're like,
yeah.
Hey cat, come here. And then the cat like looks at you like, fuck you, and then walks off. Like this cat I had when I was a kid, like I could sit on a chair, I'd snap my fingers, and the cat would come to me.
Yeah, those always are cool. Like the cat I have now is that way. I can't snap my fingers, but if I'm sitting down and the dogs aren't around, she'll usually come and hang out. Or if new people show up, she'll hide for like maybe 15 minutes. And once everybody settles down, she comes out and she's like, hey, what's going on? Okay, I'm going to lay here in the middle of the floor and let you come pet me.
There was also like, how cats, like, especially because I used to let her, I would, it wasn't a strictly indoor cat. I would let her out, and she'd, come home and stuff like that. But you know how cats like always like they'll kill stuff and put them on the porch?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Like they'll kill a bird and leave it on the porch, or like a couple times there was a snake, which was really fun because then I'd get out to go to school, and I'd open up the door and there'd be this dead snake on the front porch, and so I'd walk out in the front yard for a bit, and then I'd be like, Mom! Mom, and my mother is deathly afraid of snakes, and she'd open the door, and as soon as she see it, she'd just scream and run inside.
You wait for it to open the door. You're like, watch out for the. She's like, ah!
Yeah.
Snake.
And I just be like, ha ha, and then off to school. But one day, I opened the door, and I swear to God, I opened the door, and I looked down, there was a raccoon.
Oh, jeez.
There was a raccoon on the fucking front porch with claw marks all over it.
Like a full-grown raccoon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty badass. I was cat.
Like, that's fucking metal.
Cat's sitting there smoking a cigarette.
Cat claw.
The cat's just sitting there smoking a cigarette.
Like, how's that for rent, bitches?
We've got two. You've seen our Chippewa dogs. They're the two little dogs. The black one is like super vicious, not like towards people, but like other animals. Since I've had her, she's killed a mole, like dug up a mole and killed it. So that's small. That's nothing big. She's busted through a like baby rabbit den.
Oh wow!
And killed one of those. The most recent.
Now, does it like want to like bring that shit in the house or?
What's that?
It just like plays with it out in the yard, and you're just like, oh god.
No, she wants to bring them in the house to like eat them. Like she wants to eat these things. So the rabbit story, Tiffany and I had been dating for like 6 months or so, and we were doing the whole like we'd stay at my house and we'd stay at her house, and
right.
We were going back to her house to put the dogs up because we were going to stay at her house that night, and so we let them out in the backyard, and I'm walking back there, I'm like, oh wow, look, a bunny. I'm like, that's a really small bunny rabbit, and then I heard her dog barking. I was like, oh shit. And so I run out there, and you see like 4 or 5 little rabbits just running. And Tiffany comes right behind me. She screams bloody murder because Ellie has one of the rabbits in her mouth, this little baby rabbit. And so Tiffany picks it up in her hand, and it's just like a horror movie. Like just all this blood just starts coming out, and like instantly this little baby bunny dies in her hands. And so she's freaking out. And she gives it to me, and I kind of not really bury it, but I put it away where the dog can't get to it. And the dog is still barking at this like area, and so we pull her away, and there was one left. So Tiffany picks it up and saves it. So we were able to save one of them. Well, all of them but one died, but we were able to save this one that she was trying to kill.
What'd you do with it? Did you bottle feed it? Did you bottle feed it and wipe its ass?
I didn't know what to do, so I like stuck it to my nipple and nothing happened.
Come on. Eat food.
I'm going to go get some cheeseburgers. Maybe that'll work. No, we kept it for a day or two, and we thought about keeping it as a pet, but everybody we talked to was like, yeah, wild rabbits it's not going to make a good pet. So we end up taking it to a park and letting it go. So I'm sure like as it's bouncing into this thick grass, there's probably like a big old black snake.
You're like, off you go, bunny. And then your dog takes off. You're like, no. Oh.
Well, we tried. The other story with her.
So lunch?
Yeah, so lunch. So she killed like these little bunnies were a lot smaller than her. So it's not crazy to think that she could kill one of those. But this one day before work, Tiffany had already left, and I had them out, and I saw this mass in the middle of the yard where Ellie was. And the day before, she was barking at birds, so I was like, oh, shit, she just caught one of those birds. I walked down, and I'm like, that's a rabbit. Like, that it was a full-sized rabbit that she had taken down, and she's just sitting here munching on its leg while the rabbit's fucking still alive.
Oh, God.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, Ellie. So I push her away, and she kind of growls at me, and I pick her up. And we've got the other Chippewa, and it like runs toward the rabbit like it's going to start eating. And I'm like, no, you fucking zombie dogs. Get the fuck away. So I end up having to put this rabbit out of its misery, and like I've told Tiffany that story since, but it took a long time before I told her that because I was really scared she wouldn't look at her dogs the same way.
What you doing, baby? Nothing.
What's that screaming out there? Nothing. Why are you crying, baby?
Cause I love you so much.
Every time Ellie jumps on the bed, I scream and I hide.
Gives you that look like, motherfucker.
It's like, I'm gonna
Say
fucking
a
eat
word.
you next. Yeah, I'll eat you next, bitch. I know where you sleep.
I pissed. It's just like you walk in and you walk into your bedroom and it's walking out like I pissed on your pillow. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, motherfucker? I eat things while they're still alive.
Think about that. But yeah, I was just asking because I know if you said you can only have a dog or a cat, I'd probably say a cat just because they're a little bit easier. And I've always grown up with cats. But I'm not the kind of person to be like, oh, I hate dogs or I hate cats.
Yeah, I've never really been that way either.
I always find that, but there are those people like, oh my God, I'd never have a cat.
Yeah, I would say that it seems like people that are into dogs really don't like cats. And I would say that more so than people that are really into cats are seem kind of maybe somewhat annoyed, but a lot of the time they're neutral with dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree. But it's always funny because the people are like, oh my God, I hate cats. Only good cat's a dead cat kind of people. Like 15 minutes into them talking about how shitty cats are, they're like, oh, well, I'm allergic. It's like, okay, you're just being biased. You have a hidden agenda.
I see through your lies.
Because like
they say that you can cure most of the cat allergies and stuff like that. I think so, right?
I don't know. My brother-in-law is a little bit allergic, and so they came up to see our new house fairly recently, and he doesn't he doesn't hate cats, but I don't think he likes them just because he's allergic to them. But he puts up with my cat. Like he's not the kind of guy. It's like, we are not going to Sean's house because he has a cat. You're not allowed to talk to your brother, Michelle. But I feel bad because when they came up this time, I had shut my door, and I guess my cat was like meowing all night to get into our room, and I didn't hear it. And so Joey, I guess, got up and started chasing the cat around the house. And I don't know if that stirred up some fur or if maybe she jumped on the couch or what, but I guess that next morning he woke up and his allergies had kicked in, so his eyes were kind of swelled shut, and he was kind of in a rough boat because of that.
I hate your brother so much right now.
It's like, you're talking to me, Joey. He's like, oh, I fucking hate you, dude.
I hate you so much right now.
When I can see, I'm going to kick you in the nuts and then I'm driving home. Like, I'm sorry. He's like, where's your cat?
I don't think you should drive.
Yeah. But I'm always kind of curious about the people that are totally against one or the other. I mean, I've always grown up more like I'm kind of animal friendly. Like even snakes, I don't really like them, but I know they serve a purpose. But there's always just those people.
You're good with everything but sharks.
Well, even sharks, like I don't think we should go out and kill every shark. And like I said, I don't like them, but it's more of like I just have a strong fear of them. There's no reason that they should
get you one
exist.
as a pet. They're fucking expensive, though.
I always thought that would be.
I should get you one as a pet, and then that would be the mascot.
Yeah, I could do that. I always thought how ironic it would be if I had a little, like, nice little saltwater tank and I had a shark as a pet.
Yeah, it'd be like facing your fear head on.
Yeah.
Like every day you like stick your arm in the tank for 10 seconds and you're just like, mind over matter, mind over matter.
Because the sharks you buy that you have for pets are like 3 inches long at the most.
Oh God, it bit me.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. I'd be like, all right, I'm facing my fear. I'm like, oh, hey, this is cool. Oh my God, the tip of my finger.
Rabies! Do fish have rabies? Fish rabies!
I pull out my shotgun and just start shooting the tank. It slides out and starts biting my toes. Tiffany comes. Yeah, so this is the scene. So
get off of me, devilfish.
Yeah, so Tiffany comes home and like I'm battling this 3-inch fish as it's on my toe, holding like a knife. It's like, baby, what happened? I'm like, it attacked me. Like,
I whacked it into every single piece of furniture I could find. We've battled throughout the entire house.
I guess another scenario, she just comes home and I'm sitting outside and the house is on fire. She's like, baby, what happened? I'm like, the shark got loose.
The shark got out of the tank. I think I got it. Marshmallow? Today was a good day.
That's funny. But so how's the house going? I know we haven't really talked about that much on the show. You got a new house, doing some work
right
on
now
it?
Right now it's in demolition phase. Like right now I've just been like tearing out walls and tearing out did mostly walls, definitely the floors, a couple ceilings. There's a lot of work to do.
I've never got to do any demolition on a house like that. Are you actually getting to do like sledgehammer or hammer, like good demolition?
Yeah. Actually, there was one room that had kind of a closet area, and it was where I want to put the kitchen at. And Amanda was like, "Well, we could turn this into like a food pantry or whatever." And I'm like, "Well, if we're gonna do that, let's just take the walls out and put in shelves." And like, I was like, "These walls aren't, we'll just take the walls out and it won't be a closet anymore, and we can just put shelves in here or put shelves here." And she's like, "Okay, that works." So I start taking taking the walls out of the closet, and like it's just drywall. And so I'm inside the closet and I'm starting to tear stuff down, and then all of a sudden I'm like, Amanda, and she's standing in the kitchen. She's like, "What is it?" I was like, "Say hey, Kool-Aid." She's like, "Hey, Kool-Aid," and I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Did you have to be like, get it? Oh yeah. Get it, babe?
And then she's like, "You're an idiot," and then goes back about her day. And I'm like, she's like, "How long have you been waiting to do that?" I'm like, "My entire life."
So has it been good for stress relief or anything like that? I always feel like if you can go in just like tear the crap out of a house like that, it seems like there's got to be some good stress relief
you would
in
think
there.
so. Like I mean, in my head when I first thought like demolition, like, oh, you just get to go in there and just beat the shit out of everything and totally. But it's not. But like, I don't know, like the way I do it, I kind of try and make it more methodical. Like I'm actually like, okay, I'll take this piece out, this piece. I'll, I mean, yeah, you get to, use force and like knock holes and shit. But I always try and kind of control it so that way it's number one, less of a mess. And number two, I don't destroy more than I have to.
Yeah, I guess I could see that would be what I would do. It's like, oh my God, I'll just tear the shit out of this wall. Like this beam can go. And you take it out and like the roof starts to sag. You're like, ah, damn it. That was important.
Yeah, right. Now I gotta tear out the roof. Ah!
Oh God, the shark's loose. Just light it on fire.
Maybe that's what I should do. I should just say, "Sean, there's a shark loose in my house."
I go in like the Tasmanian devil.
I think I got it.
I couldn't find the shark, so I just burned it all down.
What's this broom for?
No, officer, I have no clue who this man is. Insurance claim.
And there's my construction budget.
It's like, but you've got 50 plus episodes with this guy. It's like, can you prove that's me? Touche.
The beauty of radio. It's somewhat anonymous. So yeah, so that was me. I saved a kitten. I pretended to be the Kool-Aid man. I'm now bottle feeding a kitten. I'm hoping that this gets me some like cool points or some karma points, or I mean, like you save a kitten, like that's what superheroes do. They save kittens out of trees and shit, and like everything goes good for them.
Yeah, I mean this cat's gonna love you. Are you guys planning on keeping it? I guess, or are you gonna try and get rid of it? Or?
Honestly, at this point, I have 3 kids and 2 of them are girls. Like, do you really think I have a choice?
Yeah,
as to whether or not
it's like we are not keeping this cat.
Like the 7-year-old girl. Yeah.
But the good
she
thing about
walked
cats,
into the house and she was like, "Hey, Mom, what's up?" Kitty. So yeah, I don't really have a choice when it comes to whether or not I'm keeping this cat. If I wanted to get rid of it, my only window would have been the time from me finding it to the time the kids got home from school.
Mm-hmm. But at least cats aren't that much work. So I mean, that's a good pet for a kid to kind of learn responsibilities with. But you guys have a dog and everything, so
We do.
I imagine how's the dog get along with it?
Dog gets along fine with it. She just kind of sniffs it every once in a while, like what the. Anymore, I've noticed she kind of exhibits a little bit of jealousy when it comes to like affection. Like if I'm petting the cat, then she'll want to like lay right next to me. Then the dog will want to lay next to me. Like that whole like I fucking saw him first.
Yeah,
bitch.
This is my master. You
You're
just
mine.
came in
No,
later.
Here you come. And I'll tell you what. Here's the other thing, and I think this is true of cats and kittens and puppies and even humans to a degree. I think the reason that I didn't abandon it or I didn't just like leave it on the side of the road or something is the thing's fucking small and I'm sorry to say this, the thing's small and it's goddamn adorable.
Oh yeah, you hear those.
I think
people.
That's why I couldn't get rid of it was because it's so fucking goddamn cute.
Well,
and I would hold that true to my own children. Like, I'm like, Dad, this seems like too much work. I should just leave it here in the hospital. I'm like, it's fucking cute though.
Yeah, always. I think there's got to be a special layer of hell for people. It's like if some people would have seen that kitten and probably just be like, okay, I'm gonna put it in a bag and throw it in the river or smash its head in. And it's like, right. How could you do that? Like, you have to physically put your foot on its head.
Yeah.
And, there's no way. There's just no way I could do that.
And I seriously think that like nature designed those things to be goddamn fucking adorable, so that way we aren't inclined to do these things.
That's why like baby snakes and stuff.
Well, I agree. Some people don't care, and I've never understood it.
I've never been one of those guys that, I hunt and things like that, and anytime I've ever actually hunted something, there's always that little like, oh man, I just took something's life, and you're just kind of like, oh man, I feel kind of bad about it. And I don't know if you just get numb to it from hunting for so long or what, but it's still one of those things that I don't know if it's just because I'm kind of more emotional, maybe, I don't know, but.
Aww.
I killed Bambi.
Hug it out.
It had so much grass to live. All right. Well, is there any Richard's closing thoughts you want to throw in?
Oh, never act your age, because if you're older, then be younger, and if you're younger, be older. And I have no idea where the sweet spot is in that life, but for me, I'm guessing it's 26. So, because when you're young, all you want to do is be older, and when you're older, all you want to do is be younger. So just live in the now. This year is your best year.
That's a good Richard's closing thought, I think.
There you go.
I think a lot of us try to, like you said, when you're younger, you just can't wait to get older. And then as you get older, you're like, man, I wasted so much time doing this, and this. I wish I would have been able to do some other things. Just only have so much time in this world. Knock it off. Tiffany's over here being distracting, and it's not in a good distracting way.
Aww.
Do you have any, oh, wait, we already did Richard's closing thoughts. See, she is distracting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, take your shirt off. Yeah. All right, we got to hurry up on this housekeeping. I'm seeing the neckline. It's loading. It's loading.
You better don't finish before it's done.
That's how we bring it around. Thanks for the assist on that one, Tiffany. High five. All right, let's do some housekeeping.
Yeah. Apparently we should hurry.
All right, so our website is languageofbromance.com. You can follow us on Twitter at languageofbro. Email us at, that's what we're going to do. eatthebeaver at languageofbromance.com. Like us on Facebook and subscribe and leave us a review on iTunes and Stitcher.
Also, don't forget our one of our favorite venues, because we have many favorite venues. That would be the Pod Bros Network.
Pod Bros Network, the best podcast site on the internet.
Doo-doo-doo.
All right. Was there anything else? Oh, wait. Actually, there's a little bit more. We're coming up on our 1 year anniversary, so we're asking you guys to shoot us some audio of your favorite bits, what you love about the show, or even if you just want to say "Eat the Beaver," that would be perfect. We're trying to get a bunch of those together and bring our audience as part of the show.
Are you just saying "Eat the Beaver"? Was it just you wanting to say "Eat the Beaver" because Tiffany's in the room?
Yeah. Then she left right when I said it.
Oh.
Yeah. She's like, "You wasted too much time. I'm going to bed."
No, I'm almost done. That's all the time for us we have this week.
We only got a couple more things. Just shows you don't listen to the show. All right. Well, anything else before I close her out?
No.
All right.
No, let's hurry and get done so you can close her out. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the bromance we have for this show. I'm Sean.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the beaver.
Okay, I'm gonna hurry and get off. So that's what we all can do.
Oh God, almost. Oh,
let's all eat the beaver.
Why did it have to load so quick?